Okay, so what about you now? So, okay, so first of all, you are 5. How old are you now?
I'm 21 in September.
21. So this is 16 years later.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've had some relationships, you're
Yeah.
dating. How do you feel, or do you feel like what's happened in your life has affected the way that you date?
It has for sure, because I'm so independent now. Like, I don't know, my mom raised me, because she was the only one raising me, she raised me to be super independent.
Okay.
I had a job when I was 11, like, just, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so when it comes to relationships, I'm not dependent on him.
Right.
I'm never dependent on him, like,
Right.
and I have a hard time expressing my feelings and showing love. Like, I could love you to death, but I just have a really hard time showing it.
Okay.
And my dad was like that too, so I think, I don't know if it's just like me and him, we have the same kind of thing, or
Like it's
like,
a genetic thing.
yeah,
Just,
and I never had a daddy
Yeah.
there to love me, like, you know, have a male guy like really like me, but I just guess in a relationship, it's just, I have a hard time expressing my feelings, like, I really could like the person a lot, but I just, I'm like, I don't like to be like cuddled and touched, and I just, I don't know, I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably
Yeah.
it goes so deep rooted.
Yeah.
But what about this? Do you believe in getting married? Are you gonna get married? Like, do you believe in the concept of marriage?
I do, but it's not like on my to-do list. It's not like, you know, oh, I really want to get married. Like, it's
Yeah,
not.
some of your friends are probably like,
Yeah.
I can't wait to get married
Yeah.
and have my wedding.
Exactly,
and
have
stuff,
kids and start a family. I'm like, oh, no, thank you. Like, I want to just find the right guy, and once I think he's right, you know, we'll see how it goes. I'm not in any rush to do anything, or
You want to have kids?
eventually when I'm a lot older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that when, like, some people have told me when they're looking at a partner, divorce can sometimes be something that's, a breakup can happen faster
Yeah.
when you've come from a divorce background, because I guess some people who don't really have divorce prevalent in their family, they don't really think of it as an option as much because they don't
Yeah.
know the divorced people.
Yeah.
But when it's affected you directly
Yeah.
and things aren't working out, there's some thought to that you're more often you're able to just walk away from the relationship quicker because you
Yeah.
know that that's an option.
Yeah.
Do you, like when you get married or when you get into a relationship, is it for life? Like you?
No, not at all.
No, like
I
just-
don't believe marriage is this like 100-year commitment you have to make to a person. People change, and things may happen down the road, you know.
That you can't
That
foresee,
you can't. That
or-
you, yeah, you can't. You can't.
Your
you
mom
don't-
didn't know that your dad was going to end up the way he was.
No,
when
not
she
at all. When she first met him, she didn't even know he was an alcoholic.
Okay.
So, I guess as time went on, he got worse, and she noticed, and it just got really inconvenient for her. And she tried to help. She sat in like hours and hours of meetings, like at AA with him,
Yeah.
and, you know, told him, you know, you have 2 kids. It's either like your family or the bottle, and he chose the bottle. So.
Right.
But, you know, like as I was saying, people change. So if I got married, I wouldn't expect it to be like a lifetime marriage. If it is, that's great. Like,
Yeah.
I think like people growing old together, that's so cute. It's romantic and everything, but it's just not reality anymore.
Okay, so
I don't think.
yeah, given what you've seen, I could see
Yeah.
how you would think that.
Yeah.
Last 2 questions.
Mhm.
What would you tell people who are watching, the parents, that your situation is a little bit different because your dad obviously has dependencies.
Yes. Yeah.
But what would you say to parents who are getting divorced who have kids? Is there any advice that you would give them as a parent, like as a child, kind of going through divorce? Is there anything you could say to them that might help them with their relationship with their kids, or?
The first thing that I would really think of is don't try to act like everything's okay. Like, obviously stuff is not okay. Like, parents have gotten a divorce, but
Right.
you know, I don't know. Just I'm not sure really. It's kind of a hard question.
It is. It's a hard question, but.
Because in like a normal divorce, I'm trying to think like you've still got your dad and you've still got your mom. So I guess just treat them treat equally. I don't know.
That's okay.
That's
yeah,
a
no,
tricky
and
question.
it is, and you know what? You don't have to have an answer. But what about kids? Would you have any advice for kids? Growing up in a divorce relationship. If there's kids watching it, maybe there's some advice you can give to them. Like, I don't know. Is there anything that? comes to mind?
Don't let it get to you too much. I didn't.
Right.
It was hard at some points, but at the same time, I was like, I still have two parents. They're not, you know, it's not like I'm never going to see the other again, but obviously in my case it was. But, yeah, you just don't let it get to you too much, and just, you have whoever you're living with, you know, like, appreciate the time you have with them, and, I don't know, just,
No, but that's, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, you have to...
And don't pity party yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it
don't
has
throw
nothing
yourself
to do
in
with
pity
you.
party.
There's there's
like,
things
oh, it's
that,
all my fault. They broke
Right.
up. Don't put it on yourself.
Right. There's things that out of your control. This
Yeah.
was their life.
Yeah.
These were their decisions.
Yeah.
So you have to just focus on yours,
Yeah.
right? Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
You know,
If
do
you
well
like,
in school.
If you like living with your
and,
dad more than your mom, live with your dad. Like,
yeah, and don't let
Yeah.
don't let the politics get
No,
involved,
no.
and just try and follow your heart and be
Yeah.
happy, right? I guess. But
Yeah.
I think the most important thing that I've heard is try and have a relationship with both parents the best you
Yes,
can.
yeah.
Obviously, it's different with your situation with the dependency, but for the most part, try to have a relationship. And
Yeah, no, for sure. And, you know, don't use it as an excuse. Like, you know, if I've heard, like, a lot of people that I know, their parents got divorced. They went to drugs. They went, you know, they go to partying. They go because they're like, oh, like, my life sucks. My parents are divorced. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I guess I'm a little bit harder. I don't know. Like, I guess I'm a little bit more tough-skinned. I don't know, but I just don't see it as. I guess I was so young too when it happened. I couldn't really understand.
Yeah, and you know what, I've said this in other videos, that
Yeah.
people will, anytime someone can find an excuse to
They
not
use
do
it.
well,
Yeah.
or to you know, look for attention,
Yeah.
which is what they're doing
Yeah.
by going to drugs
Yeah.
and by misbehaving and not doing well in school,
Yeah.
they blame it on...
It's all their parents for
Whatever,
splitting.
exactly.
It's their fault for
Yeah.
splitting, and it shouldn't be that way.
No, I agree. So, alright, well, there you go. I hope you learned something. Adrian's obviously had a lot of experience with this, and we'll see you on the next video. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.